So now that we're in 2025, what can we expect from brands like Xbox and PlayStation? I think the only thing we can expect, in all honesty, it's the fact that both of these companies, Xbox, which is Microsoft, and PlayStation, which is Sony, their main focus, it's not anymore on the exclusives as we remember us old geezers. I'm 46. Some of you who are watching this, you're probably in your 20s, right? So I get it. You have a different perspective on the gaming. But for those of us who are, veterans who's been there since 1980s, all right, we know the origin of the gaming and how it all started, all right? And we can see the transitions, from how it was in 1980s, 1990s, early 2000, and the way it is right now, 25 years later into 2000, Y2K. It's almost hard to believe 2025, man. Right? 5 years from now, 2030. If I make it, that is. If I even make it that far. We'll see. So what I'm looking at is it's all going to be about software. Both of these companies, brands, corporations, Xbox and PlayStation, their main focus is going to be about software. And don't be surprised if you see Halo Infinite show up on a PlayStation. Don't be surprised. You might see that. And you got to ask yourself a question. Why wouldn't Xbox do that? Do you know how much money they're going to make if they put this game on Sony PlayStation on their server? Not only are you going to be able to play with more people, it's only going to make Halo even more bigger. It's going to make Halo multiplayer even more bigger and larger. Think about it. Xbox, PlayStation, PC. Let's say Nintendo Switch 2, more powerful Nintendo Switch 2. They put this on Nintendo Switch 2. Now you have even more people, right? So you're going to have a huge amount of people playing Halo everywhere. That it's only going to benefit cross-platform. So what I'm looking at for the future, it's all going to be about software. And even the president of, the CEO of Microsoft, it's indicating that, right? The CEO of Microsoft is indicating that. And even Sean Layden, and I know Sean Layden, it's not part of, Sony anymore, but he still has friends there. He has a lot of friends who still work at Sony. And I think he's privy to a lot of things. I'm sure he's a friend with Jim Ryan and Herman Holst. They know each other. I'm sure they have dinners. They talk to each other, I'm sure. So I'm sure, Sean Layden is privy to a lot of information that you and I are not privy to. It's just confidential. They're not talking about it. So I think we had this conversation, didn't we, on a live stream? I think someone brought it up. I don't know who did. I wish that I could remember the name of the individual who actually was on my chat, who actually brought this up. And it's a good point. Whoever you were, this is a long time ago on one of my live streams. I don't know who it was, but somebody brought up this point, and it's a very legitimate point, that it's all going to be about the software. And I can easily see that, like going into future right now, future of gaming, of this hobby, right? This because this is a hobby. It's no different than you collecting, Hot Wheels, or collecting comic books, or watching sports, etc., etc. It's a hobby, right? It's a hobby, and it's a very expensive hobby, of course. There's no question about it. Like any hobby, it's expensive. But I think that's where we're going. So what have we established? We have established a couple of things right now in 2025. One, which I already have, made a video about that. It's already there. The console war, it's over. All right, so everybody can rest easy. All this fanboy stuff can just take it easy on that. All right. There's no more console war. Xbox, it's not in competition with Sony, and Sony's not in competition with anyone. Sony, it's only in competition with itself. Same thing with Microsoft. Microsoft, it's in competition with itself because they're trying to reach those numbers to make money. Nintendo, of course, it's always been is doing its own thing, so Nintendo really doesn't care either way. Nintendo, it's been rocking and rolling since 1980s. All right, they don't need no competitors. They're just competing with themselves, how they can raise the bar and get bigger and bigger. Right. So that leaves only PC. Well, PC has always been doing its own thing. PC, I don't even understand why people are trying to say that PC is competing. PC doesn't have to compete with nobody because PC, it's a personal computer. PC never had any competitors and never will have any competitors. You can do whatever you want to do on PC. So PC, it's its own universe. Okay, think of PC like a universe, and these brands are just part of that universe, like different galaxies, Sony Galaxy, Microsoft Galaxy, Nintendo Galaxy, right? Sega Galaxy, Atari Galaxy. PC has been always its own thing. So where are we going? So there's two things I'm looking at. It's about software. It's about cloud and digital. But that's the same thing. Software, it is digital. So software is digital. So it's about software, selling the software and focusing on the cloud. So when you sell software and when you focus on the cloud, then you are reaching more people. You're reaching more people. You are gaining more revenue, more money, more benefits for your company. And I think that's where it's going. But you know what? I kind of like this. Can I be honest? I actually love the fact that we're not going to have, major, like, super exclusives. I mean, there's still going to be exclusives. I just want people who are watching this, people who are younger, okay, than me. All you 20-year-olds, just calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Just relax, okay? You're still going to have some exclusives. I'm not saying that, it's totally no more exclusives. I'm not saying that. What I'm simply saying is you're still going to have exclusives, but it's going to be limited time. It might be there for 3 years, 4 years, and after 4 years, they'll bring it to PC and Xbox and other places. So what Sony wants to do is this. They want to make money off of their AAA exclusives for about a few years. And when they make enough money off of their exclusives for a few years on the console, then they want to go ahead and put that out there on the PC, make some more money. And after that, they want to eventually release it on the Xbox to make even more money. So I think that's where we're going. We're going with software sales, cloud, and the live service. It's something that Sony is being focused on, but I really think that Sony shouldn't focus too much on that, on the live service. Live service, it's a big gamble. You're gambling big time. Just look at Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. It's a huge gamble that you're gambling with. So I don't know if that's something that Sony should focus on. I think it's a mistake for Sony to focus on a live service, especially since they failed miserably with the Concord. I think their focus should be on software. Make a good software, good games. And then, listen, the rest will be beneficial one way or the other. You don't have to worry about it. That's just my point of view. But, me and my friend, we talked, he was right. Me and my friend Cameron, long time ago, We talked about this like last year, beginning of last year. He came in on a live stream. Shout out to Cameron, Cam D. Sorry, man, I've been busy. I didn't get a chance to be on Instagram to talk to you. But he was right. Like, he talked about how PlayStation games will have Xbox games, and how PlayStation wants to be focused more on software and to make money from software instead of just making it exclusive. To focus on that, and I think he's benefiting now. My friend Kemi is benefiting from being on a PC now, where he told me, "Hey, I can play all of these games on the PC, dude. I don't need to like focus on my PlayStation or my Xbox or my Nintendo when I can just use my PC and do everything on the PC." And he's right. If you build a good PC, not super powerful PC or super expensive PC, but a decent enough PC to run all of these current games, right? You can enjoy everything and anything. You can really have a great time, from emulators, Nintendo games, Dreamcast games, classic PlayStation games, PlayStation 2 games, even PlayStation 3 classic games you can play. You can play anything and everything, and of course the current PlayStation 5 games you can play, like God of War Ragnarok, The Last of Us 1, The Last of Us 2 is coming as well, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2, etc., right? Helldivers 2. So and he was right. I couldn't see it, because I was blinded by all of this focus on, exclusivity, right? I just couldn't see it back then, but now I'm seeing that bigger picture, and he was right. His, forecast was right. So, Kemi, you were right about it, man. I was actually thinking about this, and I was like, wow, he was right. The forecast is that it's all about the software. It's all about the business. You know what? And it's a good thing. Honestly, no one should be upset about this. I think this is great, that you can play all of these games everywhere. Even on your PlayStation, you'll be able to play all of these games. But on the PC, you can play anything and everything. So you're pretty much all set. I think this is good. And even on a cloud, you'll be able to play whatever you want to play on your television, if you have a good internet connection on your whatever, on your handheld device. I like this. Okay, I mean, honestly, no one should be upset about like this new evolution of gaming. I know this will be a tough pill to swallow to some fanboys out there, because you know how fanboys are. They have to justify their purchase of $800 console, and they know that they paid too much. Even my friend Kemi told me. He warned me. He says, "Dude, don't buy this, Ed. Don't buy it, because you'll be able to walk into a store, buy it whenever you want to buy it. It makes no difference. It's just a little upgrade. It's no major difference, dude. You don't need to spend $800 on this. You already got 3 PS5s. You don't need this." And again, he was right. He actually bought it. My friend Kemi bought it. He showed me the receipt. You know what he did? He returned it. And he got something else, I think. I forgot what he got. But he focused on like building a PC. To build a PC, and he told me this story. I hope you don't mind if I tell the story, Kemi. And he focused on like just building a PC, not super powerful PC, but a budget PC that can run a lot of emulators and a lot of games and things like that. And he built his own PC and all that. So that's where we're going, guys. We're going in a direction of software and play everywhere, cloud, software and cloud. And we talked about this. If you watch me and Kemi and our conversations back then, we talked about this on the live streams. We talked about this on the podcasts. Those videos are still there. Those live streams are still there. You can watch them. You just have to rewind to that certain date and year when we talked about it. But it's true. Here we are. I mean, 2025, and you can see that's where we're going, actually. And and it's a good thing. Honestly, it's great. I think this is awesome. I love options. I love choices. I like the fact that we don't have to be stuck to exclusivity on a one console, and you just have to buy that one console to play that one game. Yes, I know exclusivity helps the brand, but it's also the times have changed. The gaming evolution has evolved to a different level. The market has changed. So we have to adapt to this new market of 2025 gaming versus what we had in early 2000 and mid 90s. Okay, things have changed. 25 years ago is a long time ago. 30 years ago, it's a long time ago. So you have to understand that that things have changed. Things have changed. The games have changed as well. The way people play games has changed. So I just wanted to make this video, and I don't want to spend too much time talking about this because it's already 16 minutes. I just wanted to make this short, brief video to tell you that it's all about the software. At the end of the day, guys, that's where we're going. It's about the software, and I think that's a good thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. And I think we all should be happy about that you'll be able to play games like Halo on the PlayStation 5, take the advantage of PS5 Pro or even PS6 when it comes out. Imagine Halo Reach, PS6, right? So I think people say, how do you know that the Halo will be there? Trust me, Halo will be there. I don't know when. It's not going to happen this year or next year, but eventually it's coming. Eventually, Halo, it's coming. Don't be surprised if Gears is coming. And why wouldn't it be? Before I go, I just want to say this. Why wouldn't Microsoft do that? Because Microsoft, it's not about to compete with anyone. If they were in competition with Sony, then of course they wouldn't bring out the Halo and all these other games. They are not in competition with anyone. They're in business of marketing and selling their software, whoever wants it. And why wouldn't they want to expand on a huge platform like Sony, PlayStation, right? That's going to bring them a lot of revenue. People say, but don't you think people would quit the Game Pass and go to PlayStation? No. Because on the Game Pass, they get it for free, and they can choose where they want to play it, PC or console or somewhere else on the cloud. The PlayStation is just an option. If you have a PlayStation, you're like, you know what, man? I have some money, laying around. I want to purchase the Halo edition on PlayStation. I want to check it out. I want to see how it is. So it's an option. So it's good to have an option. So it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone who is on the Xbox will just walk over to PlayStation. They will most certainly purchase the PlayStation version to check it out, but it doesn't mean that they're going to cancel their Game Pass. No, this is just the expansion. It's like a Joker says, time for expansion, aggressive expansion. It is time for aggressive expansion. Ta-da! It's time for the aggressive expansion, and I think that's what this is, and that's where we're going. And I think this is a win-win situation for Microsoft. They can't lose. This is like guaranteed you winning. You're gonna profit. And I think this is a win-win situation for Sony as well, for everyone. Everyone's happy, everyone makes money, everyone gets to enjoy everything, and they get to choose how they want to play, where they want to play. I mean, I can't imagine anyone complaining about this unless you're a hardcore, like Sony fanboy or a hardcore Xbox fanboy. That's the only way I can see you getting like upset about this. If you're like a hardcore, and you've been a hardcore fanboy, that's like the only individuals that they're going to have a difficult time with this. But everyone else, I think they'll be happy about the fact that it's all about software, it's all about sales and the service, yeah. Because eventually they want you to buy the service. They're like, okay, we want you to buy our service, and we want you to play our games. We don't care, PlayStation, PC, Xbox, Nintendo, whatever. We don't care where you play our games. As long as you buy our software and as long as you purchase our service, we don't care. And I think that's where Sony is going as well. We don't care where you play our PlayStation games as long as you pay for our software and as long as you subscribe to our service. And I think that's where we're going. PlayStation 5 Pro is just an option. It's not mandatory. Someone mentioned that. That's true. And I said that as well. PS5 Pro, it's not... Okay, I just want to end the video by saying this. PS5 Pro, it's an option. It's not mandatory. You don't have to have it. I don't know who said this. Please, if you are whoever who said this, please leave a comment down below. Even the previous guy who said it's all about the software. Please leave a comment down below. Just, identify yourself, whoever said that. It's true. It's just an option. It's not a mandatory. You don't have to have it. Okay? And same thing with the software. Whoever said it's all about the software, that's true. It's all about the software sale. So that's where we are going into 2025 and beyond. It's going to be an interesting year, and this entire year, 2025, especially with the Grand Theft Auto 6, and see how that is. And then moving into 2026 and beyond, 2027. Hopefully we'll see the release of PS6 in 2027. How is that going to look like? How is the PS6 going to look like in 2027? Or maybe late 2026, but I think possibly 2027 we might see PS5 6. I mean PS6. Don't be surprised if by some weird chance we see announcements of PS6 in 2026, and then the holidays of 2026 release of the PS6, and then into 2027 the PS6 officially kicks in with its first party games. But I'm interested to see in 2020, late 2026, beginning of 2027. I think 2027, and I know I'm butchering this video, I really apologize because I want to make it short. I really believe in 2027 that'll be a very interesting year, 2027, to see which way PS6 goes. I think all eyes are on the PS6 to see where it goes. We already know what the Xbox is all about. We already know that. It's the cat's out of the bag on that one. But it's interesting to see in which direction the PS6 it's going. 2027. I think someone also mentioned 2027. My forecast was 2026, late 2026, holiday season. But someone also left a comment, said 2027. Whoever you are, please just identify yourself. Write it down on a comment. Which it's a good possibility, 2027, right? But I also think late 2026 we might be looking at that. But it's going to be interesting to see how 2027 turns out to be with PS6. And how is that going to look like? Right? And 2027 will be an interesting year. Like a turning point. I think 2027 will be a turning point for the next generation of gaming. And it'll be an exciting time for all of us who love this hobby, who are obviously, we're hobbyists. Gaming is our hobby. This is what we enjoy. All of us here, whether we agree or disagree with each other, you're with the blue team, green team, red team, yellow team, PC Master Race, doesn't really matter. I think down in the bottom of our hearts, we're all gamers. We're into gaming. We love games. So, yes, we have our preferences, as each individual should have its own preference with everything, music, movies, television, whatever. But same thing goes with gaming. We all have our preferences, what we play on, what we choose to play on. But at the deep core, at the very deep core, we love this hobby because it is a hobby. We all can agree on that. I'm pretty sure it's a hobby. It might be an expensive hobby, but just like any hobby, it's a hobby. But as a hobby, we enjoy gaming. Deep down in our core, we enjoy gaming. We love playing video games. And that's essentially what keeps us together. It's the gaming part. Like I said, we disagree with each other, sure. But at the same time, we all enjoy gaming. We love gaming because it's a escape, entertainment, fantasy, guilty pleasure, right? All of these things, right? That it's the reason why we play in the first place, why we do this hobby. It's like an escapism to escape from whatever we're dealing with in our own lives, so we can escape that and go into this la la land fantasy world and enjoy role playing, whatever we are role playing, with these characters, with these wonderful characters in these video games that we have. Very colorful, interesting characters, right? All right, guys. Sorry, I know my videos are always long, but there's so much I wanted to say here, and I think it's for a good conversation to have down on the comments. Yeah, please let me know. What do you think? Do you think I'm tripping, or I'm eating some, terrible mushrooms or something, or I don't know. What do you think? Am I right about this? I mean, I don't. This is not even me. This is what other people were saying, and I'm just confirming what my friends were saying, what other people's were saying, and I think it's coming to fruition. I think it's coming true, because I'm already seeing that now in 2025, even early on now in 2025. So, yeah, please leave a comment down below. Let me know, what do you think? What the future looks like? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Your thoughts on selling the software and service everywhere. What do you think about the PS6, late 2026, possibly early 2027? What do you think? And what is that going to look like in the future? So just please leave a comment down below. Like I said, when it comes to comments, I respect everyone's opinion. As long as your opinion is respectful. Everyone has a right to their opinion, to express themselves. Everyone's voice should be heard, as long as you are being respectful. That's all I ask for. Just be respectful. You can leave your comment. Just be a respectful comment. That's all. All right, guys. Thank you, and I'll see you. I'll see you in the next video. Live streams are coming soon. I already said that. I don't know when. I will keep you posted, but the live streams are coming soon. I promise you. Live streams are. I know how badly you guys want to talk to me on a live stream. I know. But it'll be a big live stream. I know a lot of people will show up. It'll be in a public chat. I don't know when, but I will keep you posted. But the live streams are coming. They're coming back. I just need you guys to hang in there a little bit more. Just hang in there a little bit more. And we'll talk about all of this. All your questions, everything will be answered. All of these conversations, everything you want to ask me, you'll be able to ask me. So, but it's coming soon. All right. Thank you. Love you guys. Be good. Stay safe. Take care of each other. And have a good time. All right? Always have a good time. That's the most important thing. Have a good time.